Yo, my guys, so this actual exclusive booklet breakdown, this is going to be the 20 questions on how to reveal a connection, right? So it's not going to be something crazy like that. I just want to give you a brief summary of how powerful this book actually is, right? So I'm going to click through it, right? And the biggest key in the title says the tone and how you ask these questions is key. It really is. Because when you're talking to a woman, obviously, they ain't going to really be receptive to you unless you talk in a matter of the tone that you say, all right? So these are actually 20 questions in regards to things. And this is the behind the scenes of why I created it, and even more so mental notes to be engaged with, right? So let me get a little summary of it, right? So the biggest thing when asking these questions, bro, I'm going to have on the bottom each question a simple mental note so you can kind of know where the conversation could go, and kind of like how this question could lead her into persuading her, or you can respond in the matter of how you want the conversation to go, right? But the biggest summary of each of these questions is to get more insight on her, get the center point and the center data on her. And by doing so, you're going to create this. If you go through all of them, or even more so start to have questions like this, you're going to start to build and boost an actual, bubble between her. And she don't like when people interrupt the bubble. So that's why when you're on a date, this is perfectly actually go about, or even more so if you're making dinner at lunch and everything like that between her. Great, right? So let's go over like one of the questions, a few of the questions, so you can kind of have a summary of how to go about, how powerful this question is, right? What does it feel like when you really trust somebody? Look at this. Really ask yourself that. Somebody asks you that question. That's a deep question. And a lot of these questions based upon me and my own experience of relationships, knowing these questions throughout the years. First, you can know it in the first date. She going to feel like she's been on you for years. And if a woman feels like she's known you for years, anything can happen very easily. So really grasp it, right? So this question right here, what does it feel like when you really trust somebody? The thing about this question, asking her, it's going to put her in the mental state of like, damn, when's the last time I actually trust somebody? Better yet, who I actually trust in my life right now? And she's going to express to you that person. Are you asking that person, like, who you actually trust right now? And she's going to be like, okay, my brother. Really, what makes you trust your brother so much? Is it because of upbringing, of time? And that's going to give you like, okay, damn, I need to be around her for time for her to build that trust. Or it's like, because I've been through so much dip. Or mainly because he supported her throughout time. He never judged her when he expressed something to her. I'm like, okay, that's some key things I could be taking mental notes of. Okay, that's some powerful stuff. And obviously you can read the note and you can see more and more. I'm like, how, getting this type of data on a woman is very powerful, right? It's very powerful. Another question to ask her, right? Who is someone you really look up to and admire? This is a big one. Really ask yourself in this regard. If you actually ask them, if you told somebody who you actually look up to and admire, for me, getting that type of information from a woman or just damn near anybody, I'm like, okay, damn, this is somebody they look up to. For instance, they say Beyonce, right? Why do you look up to Beyonce? Really? Like, why is that? Or sometimes, usually people say grandparents and stuff like that, right? So when they say grandparents, it's more times than not, that person's always been there for them. And when they go with them, it's from a loving spirit, but even more so, they see them for who they are. And they appreciate them as such. You can kind of tailor yourself to like, I want to be somebody this lady look up to. You know what I'm saying? And kind of configure kind of like myself in regards to, so she can know she can trust me and also even look up to me. So I'm saying, so these are some key things to actually ask a woman. It's very powerful. And obviously, what did you imagine as your dream job when you were a kid? That's a big one too, to see where they were when they were younger and their mentality, and see how life affected them and how they changed their whole complexity of what they really want to be nowadays. That's the big thing, or like what drained their spirit, their imagination and creativeness. You can spark something, give it back to her. You know what I'm saying? That can be very dope. When's the last time you were really jealous? That's going to put them in a state of like, damn, because most people are always jealous in that regard, but she's going to mention to it, and you're going to kind of act like, what made you jealous? Because of how she looked, or because a guy gave her too much attention, stuff like that. You can kind of see what type of character she's going to be. But better yet, you're getting this information. And also, too, a big thing with all this, man, really be mindful of exactly how you go about, saying these things. You want to say some good things. Another big one, what's your biggest turn off? What's your biggest turn on? I don't know why, guys, but you got to understand, when you're building a connection, body, don't stay on one surface level, man. You can go deep. You can go like all sexual. You go escalation. You go de-escalation. You want a lot of things. You want that conversation to be sporadic. You don't want to keep her guessing. You want to keep her guessing. What's your biggest turn-offs? What's your biggest turn-offs? It's obviously going to give you a clear cut. Okay, if I'm turning you off, okay, I know exactly how to fix myself right now. If I'm turning you on, okay, I'm going to do the things that turn you on. You know what I'm saying? It's just easy stuff like that, bro. But you just ask. Have you ever envisioned yourself as an actor, superhero? Get into her tap. Get into her fun side. You know what I'm saying? That's a dope question to ask too. Of course, what's your favorite kind of sex and why? We grown. A simple question like that. Oh, really? Kinkiness. Wow. What's about tying you up and just makes you feel like, ooh, you know what I'm saying? Like you just get to tap into her in a deeper way. And, obviously the picture gonna give you some little positions to do that you probably never even done either. So it's always getting insight and getting the data on her and understand, okay, I got a lot about her. You know what I'm saying? 3 things that you would think of the most every day. This is a big one. You know what I'm saying? What's the 3 center things that you think about every day that makes you you? You know what I'm saying? So, like, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I just want to make this a quick little breakdown of this booklet. And you can clearly see how these are some raw questions to have. And, you know, go with the flow in each one. And then by doing so, bro, you're going to get some center points about a woman that's going to create a bubble. And within creating that bubble, you boost that connection between y'all, AKA reveal that. And then by doing so, anything can happen from that. And of course, having this type of bubble and this type of connection, one will happily and truly want to be intimate to you physically, especially, and even more so being physical with her. You know, that's another section, obviously. Whenever it's being physical with her, you know exactly what type of sex she likes and her turn offs and turn ons and how to go about expressing to her in the deep ways. A big one, her favorite food. Now you have the baseline of if a woman don't know what the fuck she want to eat, you know exactly where to take her and how to want to take her. Let's say if she loves Italian, right? There's a multitude of Italian restaurants. If you don't know what you want to eat today, just take her to a new Italian restaurant. See what I'm saying? So that's a key point that I really wanted to go over. And obviously that's one of my actual personal books myself that I actually published, Inspire the Way You Think for Everybody. You guys are welcome to get that on Amazon. But nevertheless, that's a quick little breakdown. It's actually an exclusive booklet. Hope you guys enjoyed it and you got access to it. So use it and watch how your life changes on dates, interactions with a woman, and creating a bubble, and watch how I can make anything happen between you two. You guys take care.